What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here, ready to deliver you our week number 4 battle in the NPBA Season 2. This week we are taking on Jacob and the Hereford Goodras. Last season he was able to pick up the victory against us, filled by his Goodra-less rage towards us as we drafted Goodra last season. Let's see if he can beat us without that Goodra rage. You see from our team builder we decided to bring Tommy the Tyranitar, Zanzibar the Donphan, Ripster the Garchomp, Bellabuster the Stoutland, Basilisk the Heliolisk, and Mega Charizard, Spyro the Mega Charizard. Why? He decided to bring Mega Manectric, Metagross, Landorus, T, Xatu, Florges, and Huntail. So without further ado, let's get into this match. Switch sides, there we go. He decides to lead with his Metagross as I lead with my Tyranitar, which is awesome. He's going to swap over to his Xatu and catch this incoming Dark Pulse. I get the crit, which I think mattered, but which did matter, but I'm pretty sure the Xatu couldn't do much to me, so I would have been able to kill it anyway. But the Xatu goes down turn 1. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. Xatu goes ahead and dies turn 1, and I'm able to, pull that off. He goes into his Lando T and he goes immediately for a U-turn, scouting out potentially for the Ice Beam. As I do go for it, he goes into his Florges here, so this is really cool. I actually don't want to be in here and take this hit because it's a Florges, so I'm going to swap out and go into my Bellabuster, take this Moonblast, lose my special attack, that's fine. He's going to gain back a little bit of HP with them lefties, and I'm just going to go for an Iron Head and blow this Florges back. I don't know what kind of set he was running, probably fully specially defensive, but Stoutland does take it out. I do just stay in here against the Metagross and go for a Crunch, as he's just going to go ahead and Zen Headbutt and take me out, but that's fine. Bellabuster did what it needed to do. As I'm now going to just go into my Mega Charizard Y, and I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Fire Blast here in the sun on this Lando T, but I miss. Now, fearing this thing being scarfed, I'm going to switch out into Donphan and take the incoming Stone Edge very, very nicely. He goes for a U-turn, which does a decent amount of damage. He does get a crit, which kind of sucks, but that's whatever. I do just go for the Earthquake because I figured he was going to U-turn or switch. So I get a big Earthquake off on that Huntail. Goes for a Waterfall, I eat that nicely, and I'm able to take out the Huntail. Now, back into the Landorus it goes, which I find this turn kind of funny. You'll see it in a second. But remember, we have the Kusstop Berry. Kusstop Berry pops, but we go for Ice Shard, so it's kind of funny, because, Kusstop Berry didn't mean anything. I didn't feel like going for my rocks. Part of me wanted to go for my rocks, but at the same time, I knew all he had left was the Mega Manectric, which, at this point, with only 3 Mons left, it's not going to be swapping in and out too much. The Landorus, which, again, is only... Oh, my bad, guys, hold on. You didn't see that. Pretend you didn't see that. But, basically, I just didn't feel the rocks necessary at this point. Earthquake wouldn't have done anything, and I believe my last move was Superpower, which, again, would not have done much to the Landorus, so whatever, not a big deal. But, he's going to go out into his Manectric here, as I am going to decide to go into my Charizard, bring that Sunlight back up. He is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here, get the Intimidate off, and go for the Volt Switch. I believe I predicted this very nicely, as I go for the Tailwind. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast and do massive damage to this Landorus, as he's just going to go for a U-turn. It's not going to kill me, which kind of sucks. Kind of was hoping he was going to kill me here, so that I could, just go out into something else. But he's going to go into his Metagross and Bullet Punch me, which is going to take me out. As I go into Heliolisk, I have another turn of Tailwind left to go. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, try to predict the Landorus switch in. But the HP Ice with the Solar Power Life Orb combo is actually going to take out the Metagross, which is great. I'm able to fire off a Hyper Voice here and take out the Landorus. At this point, you pretty much determined it was GG. I decided to stay in on the Mega Manectric the first turn, take the flamethrower really nicely, go for the hyper voice, do ridiculous damage. If I had one more turn of sun left, I would have killed. But I decide now just to go into Ripster. I can take any hit that this thing can throw at me. And I am Scarfed, so I can just go for the Scarfed Earthquake and come out with a 3-0 victory against the Hereford Goodras. We are now 4-0 here in the NPBA in Season 2. But that might not last too much longer, because next week we are taking on Ray and the Seattle Scar Marines. If you guys remember Ray, he absolutely decimated us in the PFC a while back in Season 2 there. He absolutely shit on us, so hopefully we won't allow that to happen again. I sure as hell know I don't want that to happen again. So we're going to go ahead and try to avoid that as best we can. But, yeah, hopefully we can pull out the victory against him there. I think we can if we really, really try. But, again, who knows. But, that's all for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure you like down below. And subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off.